when Apple came from the Philippines in 1989, I'm the first person he met, and from that point in time, we've been hanging out, just dreaming, going to clubs, coming back home, wishing, I can't wait one day we do a show or perform at, battle other breakdancers. Not breakdancers like you see a whole bunch of cats spit on their head. It was like a different type of break. It was like house, and we incorporated break moves, but it was more up top, like freestyle dancing. And while we would battle cats like that, I would be the MC of the crew and battle other rappers from other crews, putting it down for the Grassroot family, a Tribal Nation. Tribal Nation was the name of the dance group. Then when we started the rap group, it was Tribal Nation, and that started in 1991. Forget college, you know what I mean? Like, this is it right here. Then Easi passed away with AIDS in 1995, and like, dang.
This is the largest $3,000 I've ever gotten in my life.
Yeah, we got like 10 G's. We split it up 3 ways, me, App, and Mookie. And it was 33 and a third. And then I bought a yellow Fiero with my money. It was like a ghetto Lamborghini. And then Apple bought a whole bunch of clothes from Extra Large stuff. Remember all the clothes you got?
Extra Large, Beastie Boys.
Beastie Boys had a clothing line called Extra Large, so he went out and embellished in Beastie Boy attire.
And I bought a Volkswagen Bug.
Yeah, he bought a Volkswagen Bug. We took a leap of faith, like, this is it. Let's do this music stuff. And our co-signer bounced, metaphorically speaking. He passed away. And that was a blow, because we had lost a friend who believed in us enough to give us a deal, make a record, and we're planning on putting it out. And then we have no deal anymore, because the record company is under surveillance and who's gonna own it, So the name is tied up. So we're like, well, let's change the name to Black Eyed Peas. Got Taboo in the group because he was in our family called Grassroot.
Our music's sort of like the reflection of LA, You see a lot of different races, so we're exposed to a lot of different music, So and plus we're like, being in a band, like we were getting tired of just looping things. It was just like 3 minutes over and over again. It was just like, it felt good to make a change. Like, that sounds beautiful.
Yeah, and also our families play a strong part of our upbringing. Moms would kind of showed us a positive outlet, even though there was negative things going on.
Yeah, even though I'm from the projects in Los Angeles. A lot of my homeboys are dead or in prison. Got a cousin in prison. Seen a lot of the same things that these guys have seen firsthand. Seen my homie get shot in the face. One of my friends got shot in the back by cops. I've seen a lot of stuff, but I think the thing that saved me from going that route was Apple coming from the Philippines, because it gave me a place to go, and my mom let me go there. Because if Apple never came, I would have hung out with my homeboys, and then I would have, instead of being passionate about music, I would have been passionate about other things.
We started performing in LA, doing clubs, also doing a lot of colleges, building a fan base to the point where we didn't have to go out to look for a label. The label came to us because of the buzz we created.
So there was bidding wars happening. Everybody wanted us and whatnot. So we went with Jimmy. He called us in his office and he says, the money was up there. Like, Sony offered us like a stupid amount of money, like dumb, for a hip hop group. You know what I mean? A hip hop alternative group. That was the idea. Like, let's go and do like all the odd tours. And then Jimmy says, you could sign with Sony and they could get all that money. But if you don't sell records, that'll be your last album. If you sign with me, no matter how many records you sell, you'll always be able to put out albums. I was like, really? Promise you. Really? Yo, he said, no matter how many records we sell, we'll still be able to make records. So we took that deal. And he's lived up to that 100-folds. There was a girl that was in the group before that toured with us. Her name was Kim Hill, and she left the group. So we were like, you know, forget it. Let's do a record. We don't need her. There was kind of beef, and so we went up to Bodega Bay and recorded the record. And then Ron, I asked Ron, hey Ron, you know what I mean? We you know, all the songs we write have hooks in them, you know. Do you know a girl that could be, you know, any singers out there? So he hooked us up with this girl named Terry Dexter. Terry Dexter was a little bit too R&B and sweet for, you know, where our vision was.
You said I'm not sweet.
No, you're sweet, but you got this edge about you. Like she was like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna jump. You know, she just wanted to sit real diva like. She's the beautifulest singer. Like she's hot, but you know we're energetic. Like wow. So anyways, that ended that one. Then 9/11 happened. We had to go on tour, and America felt weird. The world felt weird. So we wrote "Where's the Love" shortly after that. We started going through a bunch of things in our lives. You know, me cheating on my ex-girlfriend, lying and stuff. Taboo going through his thing, drinking and stuff. Apple going through his thing, doing his thing and stuff. And it's just, things just seemed really weird in the group. So we regrouped, we had a little group meeting and stuff and talked about, you know, our future, like what the hell are we gonna do, guys? There was no three ways, there was no options. It was this road or this Elefunk road.
One of the last commitments I had with the group was a show in Minneapolis. Black Eyed Peas were doing the same show. So saw them walking down the hallway, talked to Will. Years later I had seen them at a concert, so I was always a fan, but you know, this is the actual time when we exchanged numbers and really got in contact so that I could work with them. They were doing Elefunk at the time, and they needed a singer for the song Shut Up. So a mutual friend of ours, Dante, suggested me for the hook. I came down to the studio, and there was a lot of chemistry there. So we knocked it out in like a half an hour, and the rest is history. So for me, I was very excited about the whole thing. I was very happy. I felt that it was a blessing from God. But it wasn't till I had to be on stage with them till it really hit me. That's when it really hit me that, okay, you got a lot of work to do, girl. Because in the studio, it's cool, we're vibing, we're recording things, but on stage, these guys have been performing together for 8 years, you know? And I had never performed with a live band. So all of that is going through my head when I get on that stage. It took a lot of shows for me to get comfortable and really feel like I fit in the show, or I'd found my place.
Taboo met him at a club. Yeah. The song was finished, right? And one day Taboo calls me and says, hey, Justin, I was talking with Justin on the phone, we were playing each other's songs on the internet, on the telephone. You tell the story.
Yeah, and then told him about the song, Where's the Love? And he called me back and he's like, yo, I got a hook for it. I told Will, I think this is something big. He's like, yeah, but the song's done already. I said, trust me, bring him into the studio and you're gonna like it. He's like, all right, cool. So next day, comes to the studio, starts talking about his relationship. We talked for like 5 hours.
Just talking.
Just talking. And then for the last 30 minutes that he was there, he recorded his part, and it came out to be Where's the Love.
The plan pretty much was just, let's go in the studio and make songs that reflected the things that we've seen recently, our concerns about the world and whatnot. Relationships. You know, my relationship ended, you know.
Me too.
Me too. Me three.
Apples are strong.
I think we skipped a whole section. I think, you know, going into Elefunk and starting that whole hysteria, you know, it was ground that we had never ventured on, you know, and all of us together, we ventured it together. We basically, you know, I remember when we got the MTV Video Music Awards, and that was the biggest thing. We got the pre-show, you know, and that was a whole huge ordeal. And just going from that to the Grammys and then the Super Bowl and the Grammys again, you know, certain landmarks like that. I mean, we've experienced so many highs together along with so many lows. You know, it's not like everything's sweet and candy on the road. You know, you go through things. So I became best friends with them. You know, they're my brothers and we're family. So for us, getting back in the studio after those years of performing and pounding the pavement and grinding was a reward to us.
The pressures are gonna come in weeks and months to come. Mm-hmm. You know, creatively, you know, I think our heads we're in a really good space. Like, you know, I remember talking to management in the record company, like, hey, look, we're touring, we're working, the singles are doing good. If we wait till the singles stop, then the following up a good record is gonna be 2 years. So we should be recording while we're on the road. And we did that. You know, we recorded in Chiswick while we were doing the festivals. You know, we were recording in hotel rooms. We were keeping focus and not get sidetracked by all the glitz and glam, you know, because you can take it to your head and be, you know, everything we make is great. You know, so we try to steer clear away from the yes men, the people that just be like, yeah, that's hot, yeah, let me get a cut. You know what I mean? Like those guys. But the thing that's going to be the difficult part of Monkey Business journey is the business. You know, that's the hard part. It isn't the creative. It's keeping a great business team and trusting, and at the same time steering clear away from vultures that want to come. The hardest thing to achieve is longevity and a constantness. Staying constant at whatever level of success this is, being able to put out records, tour the world, still spark an interest in people to want to listen.